Welcome back, brother.
Yeah. Another week in the book.
Yes, another week in the book. The Wildcard Weekend. Wildcard Weekend, gonna be reviewing that, talking about the divisional round. What is it, episode 11 we got going right now?
Yes, episode
11. Welcome back, Ign'ant Sports, coming at you.
Sir.
Pretty decent weekend, Wildcard Weekend, although, even though we're just talking about it, this is what it was, man. It's a little more mild card weekend, because kind of pretty much what you expected through and through
exactly
happened. Not too many surprises, not too much craziness. Unfortunately, a lot of I would say the craziest thing was one of my most disappointing heartbreaks that we'll get to. Do you want to do it how we normally do it? Start off with the some of the blowouts.
Yeah, let's just, I think it's best.
Yeah, because then I can just get it right out of the way, man. Like, I can't believe that, honestly, of all people, that Bill Belichick just didn't bring it, man. You think New England, you think that run we had, and you just expect more, and that game was over quick and sorry, and just, oh, man, that was...
Yeah, I felt like I've seen a little clip of it here and there, I think, and that just seemed like kind of like, if you ever seen the memes of Bill, like Bill has thrown a phone, he's throwing a tablet,
right?
And it like, but he didn't throw nothing this time. It was just like he just had that look on his face, like just like I'm disgusted. Like he always had. I feel like he always has kind of like a kind of face, but that man was just like, he had a like hood on, everything, pockets, like he's just kind of like he's a fan and just like on the sidelines, like it is what it is, man. Like
it was funny too, because I was watching that, and it's crazy because you can't ever really tell what a coach is doing, because like during the game, he, like, especially that game, he just looked like he was just standing there, but it's like, all right, well, I don't really know what else he's supposed to do, but it really he looked like a pedestrian just watching us collapse.
Exactly. He's just thinking in his head, like, all right. He's just like reminding himself, I knew this was rebuild phase when Tom left me, but it's just sinking in more.
I mean, if you told us New England fans before the season, hey, you guys are going to get to the wild card round, rookie quarterback, and lose, I think a lot of people would be okay with that, honestly, especially with the way the defense performed. But I just think something about kind of how it happened, like, we were looking sorry to start the year, but then we went on that run. So to finish off like that is just the disappointing part. To show such great promise, to beat the Chargers, to like almost beat Tampa Bay, to almost beat the Cowboys, to I think we had one more pretty decent win in that run. I forget exactly, but I do know that at the end of the year we weren't doing that great against winning teams. We were doing better against our losing teams. So you got to give it up to Buffalo. They did what they do. I mean, because you never know what they're going to bring to the table. Sometimes they show up. Sometimes they bring that Jacksonville performance back down in week 11 or 12 or whatever it was. So, yeah,
it's like good on them that like they were that hot.
They were that hot, and
like nobody expected that, at least, but like
for their sake, I mean, hopefully they can bring that next week when they visit the next blowout. Maybe if you want to go over that one.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the one to touch on.
Because that was the most sorry. That was actually maybe one of the most sorry game. Because we were the most sorry game. I'll give it up. We were the most sorry game of the weekend. New England's performance was the worst performance because we didn't do nothing early on. I mean, at least Pittsburgh had the
7-7-7.
Yeah,
it was 0-7-7-7.
Because I even though we talked about it recently, I always forget which Watt they have. TJ Watt, right? They have TJ Watt?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so...
not to cut you off. There's another Watt, I think, on the same team. Or it was I don't know. It was like... I got to see it again because it was throwing me off. There's 3 Watts.
Oh, my God.
Because I was reminded that JJ... Because I was like... Because every time I think about TJ, I was like, where is JJ? Well, I hadn't think about JJ, but then they mentioned JJ when I was watching it the other day for the Rams game. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, he made it back. And I was like, that's why he's injured. Because I was like, he's kind of been having some injuries.
Right.
Kind of put him out, but he came clutch, right? The right moment, at least try to give effort. And then I was like, it was like another Watt. And I was like, bro, they like, it's like the, like my boy Clay Matthews. Like he had, I think, another brother. Like there was like the Matthews family's like, known for them. Like they had a lot of not as much at the same time. League? No.
Okay.
I wish he was still.
But he must have retired like recently, though, like a year or two ago.
Yeah, like some key players kind of like they were like kind of got like let go in a sense and just kind of just like I
Fizzled
don't
out.
know, maybe yeah, like I think they just kind of maybe sitting back. Maybe they get options, maybe they get calls, and they're just like kind of like I'm not ready to come
Yeah,
back. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. I feel
maybe
you.
I feel like kind of thing because I was doing that research like a month ago, and I was like, yo, you out too? I was like, bro, I'm just finding all kind of
So
people.
where
That's
does the
crazy.
third
But
Watt play for?
that's what I was trying to remember. I felt like it was on the same team or it was on the opposing team. That so who would it be? Would it be on Chiefs maybe? I have to look it up again,
Oh,
but
okay.
I
Yeah,
know I saw
we'll get
their
there.
name
That's
again.
funny.
Yeah, but
But
yeah,
that
it
was
just
another
was
one,
like yeah.
TJ had that one score, and then Kansas City did just what Buffalo did to us, even though we never got that one score early on to make it look like we could have had a chance. Whereas at
Exactly.
least they
Right.
they put up that. It was a little defensive performance, to start off the game. They had few front and backs for a good 10 minutes, but then, sad way to see Ben go.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I totally forgot how you said it, but I've been trying to say it's just like a sad end to his Cinderella story. Like, it's just like real, like you squeezed in there, like you shouldn't have been in there. Like,
Right.
you punched your ticket in, and let's see how you do at the ball. And
Like, realistically, the Colts or Chargers should have had that spot. Maybe could have
Yeah.
put up a performance, but hey, they didn't get
Yeah.
in. They didn't put it up. Baltimore, one of the, but they
Yep.
all lost out.
that's-
So
Yep, all next year won't be Ben there, so
Right.
maybe you can actually do it this time.
so let's see. Going
But
in
yeah.
order, what would be? Oh my God, bro! I
Or
would
you still need the last one, you want to do the last one with your boy, your goat,
No, I don't think that was it, man. I'm almost going in order of blowouts next. Arizona put up the next sorriest performance. Like, that was bad, bro. What was that, last night? We're talking on Tuesday now. That was bad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm talking Cardinals coming into Rams house,
Yeah.
man. Like, they didn't bring
that was actually worse,
nothing, dude. That
That was
was
actually worse, yeah.
sad.
And that was partly like started with Kyle, the fifth grader. Started with him doing some dumb plays, and then and then it came down to on the defense because it was like, okay, now he just did something stupid. They scored an interception touchdown. Now can you help stop the bleeding? And you
And when you say interception touchdown, you mean like the flailing, like take the ball away from me. I don't want to get sacked. Take 5 extra points.
Yes, take 5 extra points.
Dude, that was
ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
just it irks me that when quarterbacks and when the defensive, well, just when everybody, whether on offense and defense, just make dumb plays, and it's just like you never know how good of a play you guys gonna have, and then you just set yourself back.
If it makes
and
them feel any better, at least they didn't have the dumbest play of Wildcard Weekend. We'll get to that.
right.
But yeah, that just their overall performance. So I mean, Arizona was one of those teams that they looked like number one teams in the NFC too. So to go from that to essentially a New England and Pittsburgh like exit was pretty sorry. Pretty sorry.
Yeah, pretty. And once again, I don't know how much difference it would have been made this if DeAndre Hopkins could have been there, but I feel like he would have felt a little bit more comfortable. Like he wouldn't have to look for his new number one options, and two, the ones that didn't stepped up and replaced. But it's just like, yeah, like.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. But I still give credit to my Rams defense. We didn't have Von Miller always, and that was for sure a nice addition. And so it's just like, everybody we expected on the line do their job, and cornerbacks and everybody.
That was another game that started off defensively, like kind of close. But then once LA opened it up, and then got to 2, and then it just felt like it was over.
Yeah, it started just snowballing, and it was just like.
Was that another one of those ones that was like it got to 21-0 or something?
Yeah, it was 21-0 at the half.
That's terrible.
And it was just like you have a chance. Like there's plenty of time left. Like 21 is nothing. Like team, like you can do it, but
yeah,
they couldn't do it.
So I'll say after that the Eagles put up the next best performance. They actually kind of looked like they might have come back a little bit at the end there, even though to start off that game that was looking pretty bad. That was looking pretty bad.
Once again, down 17 or a half. It's like, okay, cool, like nothing, like 3 touchdowns and we in this, But and really, do the same thing like them. 2 touchdowns in the field goal, we in this. Like, who can't do that? But it's like, yeah, you do nothing third still. So it's like, we have 1 quarter left. You want to kick in? It's like we don't have infinite amount of times and infinite amount of quarters. Like,
right.
Defense is not designed to always get fumble and touchdowns, and interception touchdowns. So,
yeah, I would say that Philly just looked a little bit like Kyler, just a little lost. Like Hurts, just the big boys are coming to play now, and the Eagles are just one of those NFC teams. NFC East teams.
Right.
That that's a specific distinction, but yeah, they can win on any given Sunday, but these are some very specific Sundays, and this is not any given Sunday. This is playoff Sunday.
It's playoff Sunday, so we need you to not look like year 1, year 2 playoffs appearances. We need you to look like I'm a vet and against these vets. Yep. So this is unfortunate. It's just like, it's not too surprising, but
the last 2 games were a little bit more interesting. Which one do you want to touch on first?
I think the 49ers Cowboys, because
yeah, I mean that one was the actual only upset, right? I think every other team, the favorite won, the home team won, and the favorite won. But the Niners were the only team to win on the road as I think it was like a 3-point underdog. So like it barely felt like they were underdogs. But yeah, that was a weird game, man, because it seemed like first half both teams were kind of just getting off slow, like starting off slow, like not really getting their offense rolling.
Exactly.
It's weird too because when the scores are low, sometimes it's great defensive performance, and then sometimes it's just poor offensive execution. And I feel like it was poor offensive execution. But then in the second half, it was just mistake after mistake after mistake, and Cowboys, unfortunately for them, just had way too many. I mean, penalties. Like not even talking about the last sequence of the game.
Yes, the last.
But just so many penalties, and for Zach, I feel like a lot of people do that. For Dak and Zeke, just to only be able to put up 17 points. I'm not saying it was sorry like Philly or sorry like my Patriots or Arizona, but it kind of was. It was pretty sorry. It wasn't a blowout. Sorry, but everyone expects more. Everyone expects more from Dallas.
Like I feel like everybody expected this game to be the way it was score wise, but actually with like effort put into like much cleaner than what it was. So
yeah.
It was just like, good job 49ers defense and offense hold out, did just enough. And I just felt like, Dak, you can pull your seat up and read up on this rule book, or maybe just remember in the moment next time that you shouldn't run just a little too much. Possibly that, or really just tell your O-line, like everybody part like the Red Sea, like Moses. Mm-hmm. Let that ref get to the ball, touch it, everybody set up. Because honestly, I mean, at the end of the day, it would have still been a Hail Mary, but
yeah, they just, and at the double end of the day, you put yourself in that situation to have everything be perfect. So if they win the game, like say hypothetically speaking, like they get the ball, they get it spotted, they get the Hail Mary, they get all this, like, are you gonna feel good about that? Are you gonna walk away being like, whew, that's how we wanted to win? I mean, they put themselves in a terrible situation, and it just didn't pan out for them. So I think that they have no one to blame but themselves. I know a lot of people in Dallas were complaining about the refs, the officiating, this, that. Like, no.
That's your team.
I would say the first thing that you touched on is probably the most important thing. Like, if you're gonna run some crazy nonsense, whatever, like, just get the first down and get down, and then hand the ball to the refs, like, ball, yada yada. But Dak was running like he had all day. He single-handedly pushed the lineup too far to have to.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, Yeah, like you know your boys. Like
Right.
like they know that everybody knows before they hike the ball. Everybody knows what they're gonna have to do once we get the first down.
Mm-hmm.
And but at the same time, it's just like is it's not as easy because you pressured. You actually can't just be just chill about it. You gotta like have some sense of urgency. Like
Especially when you start to play with like 15 seconds left, not even.
exactly. So
So that was just disappointing to see them go out like that. I mean, I'm all for Dallas losing, but just ew.
yeah,
Especially because
like,
the
I was
Niners
just,
didn't seem like they deserved that win. Like Garoppolo threw what, one pick, two picks. It felt pretty sus at the end there.
oh wait, I'm like where's the box?
I'm on. Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm on like I think
Yeah, one pick.
Yahoo today, and like I don't know this this place at all, so I'm looking for the box score and I can't find it.
Yeah, I got you. It's one. Yeah, he threw one pick.
He threw one pick.
No,
Okay.
it was crazy. He had no touchdowns, so it was
Oh
all the rushing.
damn. Okay.
So like
Yeah, that's right. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Depot is like their entire offense, kind of like how Tennessee
yeah,
would
yeah,
basically run
pretty
everything
much,
through Henry. So
yeah,
yeah,
pretty
that's
much. And then
crazy.
the Ayuk guy. I'm sorry for
Right.
pronouncing
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
wrong, but it's like
I think that's how you pronounce it.
If Debo's not getting the ball passing, that's the other option. And Kittle, of course, but Kittle only had
Hmm.
one for like his whole 18 yards. Oh no, sorry, he had 3 targets, but he only caught one
Yeah, is he
for
injured
his.
or what is going on with him?
I think he's been still good. I would just see the highlights again just to see if they just played good on him, or if
Yeah. Right.
they just felt like we'll leave you as like the X factor. Like we'll try the other main one or two options,
Yeah.
and you'll be like third one today, and just see how it goes. So this is like good on them. Like for passing not to be so great and just rushing with as we could expect. Like that should have one touchdown on that side.
Mm-hmm.
That is just enough.
Yep. Yep. Fair enough.
Yes, it is. So,
And then the actual the one good game of the
yeah,
weekend was it was LV at Cincinnati, I believe.
yes,
But that was pretty good. I mean, Vegas always brings they bring the heat, man. They bring the heat.
they bring the heat. They are resilient. They're fighters. They've had they this they were no strangers to this. Oh, comeback! We've did this seem like about 5 times in a row before he got to here. So it was
Yep.
like
I know they
he
had
wants to
like
keep doing it again, but
a little whistle controversy, but when I
yes,
was
yeah,
watching that in real time, it didn't seem like the whistle itself was why they lost that game. It seemed like, honestly, that Cincinnati just wasn't punching in a lot of scores for touchdowns, but they were just kind of beating Vegas most of the game. Once again, when I find, I'll make sure to get the box score for next time, but I'm pretty sure that the yards, like total yards, if you look at it, would go well in Cincinnati. Oh, here we go. That's so funny. Like I got scores on this one by just scrolling down. So yeah, I see just straight away like Burrow. Oh, nah, well, I guess Burrow had less yards overall than Derek Carr, which is funny to me.
Right.
Rushing though, yeah, wow. I guess I'm just straight wrong. It just felt like that when I was watching the game in real time, but I guess I'm just wrong. That's why we call it what we call it. But yeah, it was very. What was it at the end? A nice like classic pick to finish off the game, something like that.
yeah,
Because it was close.
yeah,
They could still be playing this game right now.
Because he, if I'm not mistaken, he tried to pass it to somebody. It was one of those I felt like where it's just like they thinking quarterback is like I can make it work, or it looks like everything's in the clear. He just misread, and he had his tight end that looked more open from the angle that I could see on the highlight, and then that was provided. That would have been a better option at least for just a little less yards. But yeah, it's just the fact that he thought that, and I think also that he was getting pressured. The pocket was kind of collapsing, so it's kind of like you got to make a split decision.
Yeah.
And it's either you take your losses of yards, or you try not to throw a pick and throw the safe pass. As always, but I was gonna say with you with the whole yardage thing. I feel like it's one of those situations where um they had Las Vegas had more yards right overall, but
It just felt like it when I was watching
yeah,
the
yeah.
game. It just felt like Las Vegas was like not only losing by the score, but they were just losing.
Yeah, so what I was gonna get at is that it could something be like that because it's like efficiency. So you could say that like Cincinnati did it like better, in the sense like they didn't need possibly as much yards to get the points that they got, So
Yeah,
it's like
could have
sometimes you
been.
don't need to have that's a great thing, right? So sometimes you don't have to have the most yards to be like like if I have the most, I should definitely win, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's like no, that's
Now,
not
'cause
always
I'm
the
looking
case.
now. Yeah, the Raiders had 385 versus Cincinnati's 308 total. But and it's funny too. I'm looking at it. Las Vegas. When you bring that up, that could be a good point. Las Vegas had 23 first downs. Cincinnati had 18. So they did. I mean, it is, I guess, pretty much a good ratio though. Like they had five more, and then they had more yards. So yeah, I could see if they had. I think it could have been a first half thing too. Like it breaks it down by the whole game here. Maybe. So, but this is how you
Yeah,
feel. Sometimes you're wrong.
yeah, yeah,
It was probably just a first half, second
yeah,
half type thing. Where
yeah,
I don't know, even looking at it now, they didn't have any 0 points in the third quarter, only 6 points in the fourth for Las Vegas. So close but no cigar. Close but no
yeah.
cigar.
That's what it is.
And then I forget the name, the coach of the Raiders.
Coach,
But then, yeah, then
oh yeah,
they let him
Raiders,
go right after that. So that
right?
was
Which
kind
is
of
just like we felt like dropped the ball, but
kind of
hey,
sad.
good for him.
He had a lot
Yeah,
of
good for him. Possibly, hopefully somebody out there,
yeah,
Jacksonville,
hopefully good for him.
like
Ugh, that's not good for him, bro. That's not good for him at all.
we'll see if he can. We see how good if he really is. Like,
Right.
hey, Jackson probably was calling up like, "Yo, I know you saw what we've been through, but hey,
But
you think you got that same magic?"
yeah, right. So with all being said and done, we both lost won two over the weekend. So we
Yes.
didn't change. We our scores changed, but essentially we didn't really change.
Yes.
You are still 3.5 games up on me.
Yeah.
You got a score of officially you are 44, 24, and 1. I'm
Yes.
41, 28, and 0.
Yeah. And I just thought about that. What if? Wait, because I think I feel like I've been hearing about it. Like, there can't be any ties now, right?
Correct. Yeah, you don't tie in the
Okay.
postseason.
So yeah. Okay. So yeah.
There's
Right.
there's
Okay.
no possible
So
way.
yeah.
So we are
And
definitely
then, like you just got to keep playing it
progressing.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure like how the overtime would work. I think they would probably
I
go to a
think. I
second
think.
overtime or something.
Yeah. I think it would be in this either that or in a sense, kind of like if you do a second field goal. I think that's just probably maybe be it. Like something simple though. But either that or like
Maybe yeah. Well,
like like save
like
both.
next score wins.
Yeah, I think because I feel like that's how I feel like that's what happened right before. But that would have happened right before the Wildcard Weekend. So yeah, maybe that might be regular season rules, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Possibly.
yeah. Something a little more sudden
Getting-
death esque.
Yeah, let's see. That'd be something to look up and see.
But yeah, on our schedule page, and man, it has gotten short. We only have one,
Yes.
2, 3. We have 4 games. We have 4:30. Oh, that's so funny. So if you look at they play at 4:30 on Saturday, 8:15, and then on Sunday they play at for my time. I'm talking my time. They play at
Yeah.
3 o'clock, and then they play 6:30. So they're kind of like giving us a little break. It's like, all right, take the night off. No football Sunday
Right.
night, which is
Right.
a little. I like watching football Sunday night. I wouldn't mind that. So.
Right? Exactly.
But that's okay. So, I believe you have the first pick of the
I do.
divisional round weekend.
Yes.
And there's not a lot of choices out there.
It really isn't, but I will always go with this. Well, not always, but
Well, when you can, I assume.
yeah. Green Bay over San Francisco. I was talking to my boys today, and it's just like they're like, "You ready to lose?" And I'm like, "No, you ready to lose?" Like, you keep telling yourself that. Cause
down in California it can be like that because there's a lot of Niners fans, and Green Bay is definitely because there's a lot of transient fans too. So you definitely get your fair share of Green Bay people, the cheeseheads.
Yes.
The Niners are definitely the weakest team left. It looks like. Overall, I mean, they were the only team to get the road win, so they were not the weakest team on the Wildcard Weekend, but they're definitely the weakest now, it looks like.
Yeah, and personally with me, I feel like, it would be between them or Tennessee. I just feel like everybody else has really shown, like we're the top dogs. Like, we could beat any of these other teams.
I mean, Tennessee is the 1 seed, but they are, like we've talked before, they're definitely one of the weaker 1 seeds. But it's just a weaker, like a weaker year. Like there wasn't that KC like on a tear, no New England on a tear. Yep. Buffalo had their ups and downs, so it's a little crazy. But okay, so you go with your standard. If you're gonna go standard, I guess I gotta go standard too, man. I gotta go. I gotta take that LA Rams game out of your grasp, bro, and take Tampa Bay because
I can't get them both.
You can't get them both this one day. But you know what? At the very least, you can still root for them. I'm not taking LA. I'm just taking the game just taking Tom Brady because he's been my man. He's the only reason why I didn't go 0-8 that 1 week. And I can't turn my back on Brady now, especially especially this late.
Exactly. That would just be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with me saying what I said about Tennessee, I would hate for them to just make possibly some would consider it an upset. So I'm gonna go with I feel like what the safer bet is, and I'm gonna still stick my guns with KC and Mahomes, and they're gonna beat these Bills. They're gonna let them know
standard.
You're not gonna run over us like you just did New England.
I hate to say it, man, but they definitely did. And as much as I don't want to be rooting for Mahomes or you, honestly, I think I wouldn't even be unhappy if that happened. See, here's how I wouldn't mind winning this whole thing. So you can go 1-1 this week. KC can win, and Green Bay unfortunately has to get somehow upset by the Niners. Right. And I'll win my 2, and then I'll win again next week, and then I'll take this whole thing.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right. We mentioned it last week, but this is the first week that we're doing 3 points for the score. Because last week we were doing 2 points a game. This week we're doing 3 points a game, so 3 points in the win or loss column. Just because we only got the 2 games, so we got to keep it interesting somehow. You're 3.5 games up. So if that happens, you're only gonna be half a game up next week, and then that's just gonna be the one that I need to win. So we'll be good.
And then we're not gonna do the Super Bowl.
Correct.
We'll make picks, but it won't.
You might actually win with that half game, bro. Like imagine it could come through.
We talked about it.
It could come through.
Shout out to. I'm pretty sure it was the Steelers that got me that. Shout out to the Steelers.
Yeah, we have to go way back for that.
Shout out to Ben.
Okay, so you got Green Bay, you got KC, so that leaves man. And I was talking earlier too how much I love. Oh, sorry, hit the camera. How much I love Cincinnati these days, since in the AFC, I don't really root for Buffalo, obviously. I don't really root for KC. Not obviously, but they're just not my team. Too many people anointed Patrick Mahomes the next king of football, and it's he shared the cover of Madden with Brady, and it's no. There is only one. There's only one. So for me, I don't really, and this would be the 3rd year in a row they go to the Super Bowl, and I just don't need that in my life. So I would like to see Cincinnati overall end up going to the Super Bowl. But because I don't think that's going to happen, because I don't think they're going to get past Tennessee, I guess I got to go for Tennessee being my new team to make it out and upset both of these next teams. So, or not upset both of them, because one of them is going to take the other one out.
One team.
Yeah, one's going to take the other one out. But I'm going to have to take Tennessee over Cincinnati, and then hope that they can just ride that into the Super Bowl, man, which I wouldn't mind. Vrabel, expatriate. They're a pretty good team. Henry's coming back, and I know I'm putting all my eggs in the Ryan Tannehill basket, but it's a crazy year, and I've lost on Tennessee numerous times already.
It definitely
and it's gonna feel bad if I lose it to Cincinnati, but I gotta stick with the favorite on this one. It's hard to bet against the 1 seed. And another thing too is Cincinnati just looks a little flat. looked a little flat. Didn't look like that 40-point team against the Raiders, and I know the Raiders got a good defense, but I think Tennessee is not that shabby either. I know they've got at least a pretty decent defense. I don't want to say it's like top 10, top 5.
I think so too. Nobody's really coming to mind on the defensive end, because I really feel like they're more known for their offensive side. But I believe they can do it. Like if Henry really can just be the one to carry them on his back, and it really be a combination of Henry and Foreman, because Foreman is like Henry Jr. Like he is.
And maybe they will split the load a little bit.
Yeah, especially it would make sense. I feel like, now that I think about it, because it's like, do you really want to put all your eggs in the basket with him? Like, go ham,
right?
Like, bro, we still got 2 more to go. Like,
yeah.
So it's just like, let's take it easy. Like, let's try to save you all your energy for the Super Bowl if we can make it that far. So it's just like, yeah, good luck to them on that. But it's gonna be hopefully exciting,
Yeah,
everybody
I'm excited.
Live up to their potential, and we'll be back next week to explain the results and see who's right and who's wrong.
Yeah, definitely. This is the time of the year, man, where it starts to feel a little bit not like nostalgic. That's the wrong word, but I can't think of another word where it's like, oh man, the end of the season is coming, man. Because every game kind of feels like a mini Super Bowl. There's only 4. Then 2, then 1. So there's only 7 games left in the season, which is just crazy, man. Going from that 18-week regular season to now 7 games left.
Yeah, and we'll be looking at the calendar like, when's football again?
Yeah, well, we'll be doing some shows, hopefully still every week to fill the void, fill the gap of lack of football talk. Something. But yeah, it'll be a long off season for sure. Maybe next year we come back a little more educated, a little less ignorant on the sport.
Yeah, this is a funny name. We might keep it. Who knows? It still always could be that way to a degree, because we'll
never be good, but we can always get better.
Yeah, like we're not gonna be studying the rule book like in and out, like like know everything and just like be great with the picks, So.
Right.
It's just like, like it's still gonna be a somewhat above average at least fan. We're trying to reach reach that at least if
we'll put the Discord in the description below. We've been chatting in there a little bit, so we got to get some more people in there. Let us know your picks in there down below too in the comments. Let's get that algorithm going. Like it, subscribe. You guys know that.
Yes,
all the standard stuff.
Yep,
but
sharing and all that.
Yeah, it does help to say. Yeah, definitely share it too, because
speaking of that, I got somebody I need to be sharing all my info.
Yeah, we just want to be one person at a time. So that does help a lot. So we would appreciate that. And thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, see you guys next week.
Until next time.